Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing about the El Nino and the La Nina effects and the phenomena. Nowadays if we see in India, the monsoon is delayed, and whenever we hear the word delay of the monsoon, there is one more word which is always in news, and that is the El Nino year. So we'll be discussing about what is El Nino, La Nina, and then what are its impact on India. So first of all, the timeline. First we'll be looking at the news, then about the El Nino year, what is La Nina, and then impact on India. In the end, a prelims question. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 1, which is Geography. And this topic is very important from both prelims and mains perspective, as many a times we have seen that the questions has been asked from El Nino and La Nina, and it is predicted that in this year, because of the El Nino year, the questions can be asked. So this become very important topic both from prelims and mains perspective. So the news has been taken from the Indian Express, and it says what is El Nino and how it impacts the monsoon. So for first of all, what is El Nino, and then what is its impact on the monsoon. So let us first see that what has happened is that the Indian monsoon discussion reference has been given to El Nino. Now that June has started and till now the monsoon has not begun, so it has been said by the IMD and all other environmentalists and also the geography people that the southwest monsoon has been delayed this time, and the delay has been because of the El Nino phenomena. So what is El Nino phenomena? So this year's monsoon is also progressing under the cloud of an El Nino in the Pacific Ocean. So first is that because the monsoon is delayed, then it has been said that this delay of monsoon is because of the El Nino year. So there are three types of weather phenomena, that is neutral phase, El Nino and La Nina. So first of all, let us know that what are these weather phenomena, why are they called El Nino and La Nina. So first of all, there are few basic things that we need to know. That first of all, the phenomena of El Nino and La Nina takes place where? So it takes place in the Pacific Ocean. First, most important point. Second, what is El Nino phenomena and what is La Nina phenomena? So these are unusual weather phenomena. Unusual weather phenomena which takes place in ocean. And which ocean? That is the Pacific Ocean. So first of all, they are unusual weather phenomena which happens because of ocean water and trade winds. And second, where does it take place? That is Pacific Ocean. So these are two of the most important points that one needs to know. So now let us look at the map that how the weather phenomena take place. I will tell you in very basic and in very simple words. So if we look at the world map, the condition that we will be discussing at present and in this slide with the help of this map is the first, that is the neutral condition. What is the normal condition when the rainfall takes place and how the dry condition prevails. So the first point that we will be looking would be the neutral conditions or the normal conditions. So this is the Pacific Ocean, and if we will go by the directions, then this is east direction and this is west direction. So if we will see, then this would be Western Pacific Ocean, this is Eastern Pacific Ocean, and in the middle we have the Central Pacific Ocean. And on the eastern side we have the South American continent where the coast of Chile, Peru and Ecuador takes place, while on the western side we have on the Western Pacific Ocean we have the coast of Australia and Indonesia. So when we talk about the equatorial region, so equatorial region is basically, you can say, the equator region. So this is 0 degrees and then the equatorial region. So what can be said is, see, in the equatorial region where the sun rays directly comes into the equatorial region. So what happens? The ocean water lying on the equatorial part, they gets very warm. So the difference between the eastern Pacific and the western Pacific is around 17 to 18,000 kilometers. So in the region of equatorial region which lies just above and below the equator, the water in the Pacific Ocean, it gets very warm. So the trade winds which lies on the equatorial region, so there is a direction of trade winds. That trade winds move in a very specific direction, and that direction is from east to west. I'll just write here that third important point is the direction of trade winds, and the direction of trade winds, it is from east to west. So what happens is, when the water is very warm, and when the water is very warm, it starts to rise, and when the water starts to rise, it becomes very light. So the trade winds which is blowing from east direction to west direction, so the trade winds which is blowing from east direction to west direction, what it does is, it takes the warm water with itself from the eastern Pacific coast towards the western Pacific coast. So what happens is that the warm water which is coming with the trade winds from eastern Pacific side to the western Pacific side, it gets accumulated on the coast of Indonesia and Australia. So it gets accumulated on the coast of Australia and Indonesia. So when the warm water coming from the eastern side to the western side gets accumulated on the coast of Indonesia and Australia, so a low pressure gets created. So wherever there is warm water, a low pressure gets created, and when the low pressure gets created, so the air starts to rise up. So when the air starts to rise up, what happens? There is formation of cloud which takes place. So when the formation of cloud which takes place, then after the formation of cloud, what happens? Very obvious, then rainfall happens. So during the normal conditions, because of the creation of low pressure on the western side, rainfall happens. And when the low pressure is created on the western side because of the accumulation of warm water, the high pressure gets created on the coast of South America, and dry conditions prevail on the coast of South America. So this is what happens during the normal conditions. So what is happening in the normal conditions? Water is coming from east side to west side, and then low pressure is getting created on the western side, because of which the air is going upwards and uprising, and then the formation of clouds takes place and rainfall takes place. And when the rainfall takes place on the coast of Australia and Indonesia, and that is the reason why during the normal conditions and the normal year, the rainfall is good in India, while on the other hand, dry conditions prevail on the coast of South America. So during the normal conditions, India is having a good rainfall, and this is the reason for that. And during the El Nino year, exact opposite of this happens. So I'll just tell you what happens in the El Nino year also. So this is the El Nino year. So what happens is, as I said, that this is the eastern direction, this is the western direction, this is the eastern direction, this is the western direction. So what was happening in the normal times, that because of the trade winds, the water was coming from east to west. But during the El Nino year, which takes place in almost every 3 to 5 years, and El Nino is also called little boy in Spanish. So in Spanish, El Nino is called little boy. So what happens in El Nino year is that the situation and the conditions becomes exact opposite. So what happens in El Nino year is that the trade winds which was blowing from east to west direction, they become very weak. So the trade winds which becomes very weak, so they lose their capacity to carry warm water from east direction to west direction. And while on the other hand, there is equatorial counter current on also which is taking place. So first of all, the trade winds do not have the capacity to carry warm water, while on the other hand, from western side the equatorial counter current is also going. So what happens, instead of warm water coming to the western side, it starts to move again back to the eastern side. So when the warm water again starts to move back to the eastern side on the coast of South America, that is Peru, Ecuador and Chile, so the warm water gets accumulated on the sides of or on the coast of South America. And when the warm water gets accumulated on the coast of South America, what happens? The warm water, it starts to rise in the upward direction. So when it starts to rise in the upward direction, then formation of clouds takes place and then again precipitation happens. So this is because of the accumulation of warm water, the low pressure area gets formed on the South American coast, while on the other hand the high pressure area gets created on the Australian coast, and that is why the rain happens in the El Nino year in South America, while on the other hand dry condition prevails on the coast of Australia and Indonesia, and that is the reason why the El Nino year the rainfall is bad in India also. This is the reason. And on the other hand, during the El Nino year, the South America coast, it receives a very good rainfall. So this is the equation of the El Nino year. Important point, El Nino year takes place in Pacific Ocean on the coast of South American country, that is Peru and Ecuador. Equatorial counter currents is also working here. Secondly, trade winds are very weak. So these are few of the points that you have to remember. Now coming on to the La Nina conditions. So these are this map I'll tell you about the La Nina condition. What happens during the La Nina year is that La Nina year conditions are almost similar to the central and the neutral conditions. It's just that the trade winds are extremely strong during the La Nina year. So La Nina year also happens in a gap of 3 to 5 years or 3 to 7 years, and it is also called little girl in Spanish. So El Nino was little boy while La Nina is little girl. So what happens is, again the directions, that this is east, this is west, this is the South American coast and this is the Australian coast. So what happens is that when because of the very strong trade winds, the warm water starts to flow from South America towards the Australia, and the accumulation of warm water takes place on a very large scale during on the coast of Australia and Indonesia. So when the warm water gets accumulated in very high quantity, then what happens is, because of the warm water, the air starts to rise up or the air starts to ascend, which leads to the formation of clouds. And what happens when clouds gets formed? Then precipitation takes place. And this is the reason that during the La Nina conditions, floods takes place in India, or very high rainfall takes place, or very high rainfall is observed in India because of the extremely strong trade winds. And because warm water gets accumulated on the coast of Indonesia and Australia, so low pressure gets created and air starts to go up and rainfall takes place. While on the other hand, on the side of South America, high pressure takes place, because when the warm water starts to move from South American coast towards the Australia and Indonesia coast, so when the warm water starts to move, the place from which the warm water starts to move, the sideways cold water moves into that region. So when the water of the South American coast is moving on the western direction, so the cold water is also coming from sideways and is taking the place of the warm water which is moving. And this coming up of cold water to the place of warm water is called upwelling. This called upwelling, that cold water from south from other sides and from the southern region coming up to take the position of the warm water, and this is called upwelling, and this is also one of the reason that why La Nina condition is considered a good year for what? For fishing. Because what happens is when the upwelling of water is taking place, so when the water is coming from down to up, it gets a lot of nutrients and minerals from itself and also the phytoplanktons and zooplanktons, and because of which a lot of fishes come to this area, and that is why it is considered to be a good zone for fishing. So La Nina year is considered to be a good year for fishing also. So important point for La Nina is takes place in Pacific Ocean on the coast of South American countries, that is like Peru, Ecuador and Chile, and very important point is that extremely strong trade winds happens in the La Nina year, and the impact on India is very high rainfall, or at times floods can also occur. So these are few of the conditions of first normal or neutral weather phenomena, second is the El Nino year, third is the La Nina year. Now let's see. Okay, first of all, this is both El Nino and La Nina. So during the time of La Nina, what is happening? Extremely strong trade winds is taking water from eastern side to western side, and very high rainfall takes place. And during the time of El Nino, exact opposite is happening, that water is moving from western side to eastern side because of the equatorial countercurrent and weak trade winds. So here the South American region receives good rainfall, while the India experiences a condition of drought or also conditions of very less rainfall. Now impact, this is one of the most important point, that what is the impact on India. So normal weather condition, the impact is that India has average rainfall, while in the year of El Nino, India receives less rainfall and there are dry conditions, and dry conditions can also be said that droughts might also appear. And El Nino year also contributes towards the climate change because of the warming of the ocean and temperature. And La Nina year, there is heavy rainfall in India, and you can also say that floods conditions also arises. So this was about the La Nina and impact on India. So if you do not even remember the phenomena, how it takes place, you can also remember that El Nino means dry conditions and La Nina means heavy rainfall or floods. Now monitoring of El Nino Southern Oscillation. The ocean part of the El Nino Southern Oscillation is measured by the Oceanic Nino Index, that is ONI, and the atmospheric part is monitored through the Southern Oscillation Index or SOI. So this is how the monitoring of the El Nino Southern Oscillation takes place. So in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section, and it says consider the following statements regarding La Nina. First, La Nina is a little girl. We have discussed this. Cold water in the ocean rises to the surface. This also we have discussed. It strengthens the Indian monsoon. And fourth is during El Nino, trade winds weaken and warm water moves east in the ocean. I think we have discussed all four. You should be able to solve this one. How many statements given above are correct? Only one statement, only two statements, only three statements, or all of the above? So try to solve this question, because we have discussed all the statements, and give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.